5 years, I would be the most subscribed channel in YouTube history.
Well, no, thanks for doing this. It kind of helps me keep everything straightforward. So, without further ado, I guess I'll just hop into the announcement, and then I guess I'll just open the floor to any questions and whatnot. I do want to be as transparent as possible throughout all of this. So let me start in the beginning. I started on YouTube at some capacity in 2006, 2007, 2008. Around that time period is when I started to dip my toes in the water of not only content creation, but performing in general, and also we also had all of the creative aspects that we looked into. I was very interested in video editing, and I was very interested in kind of getting to see the ins and outs of comedy, and just any way I could be entertaining is what I did. I believe one of our first ventures that we ever did was called a Moment of Your Time Gaming, and then it became a Moment of Your Time, which was abbreviated to AMOYT, Amoyt. And basically it was like a parody that was of Saturday Night Live, but with the neighborhood kids. So we would like redo sketches that we liked from Saturday Night Live. So there was we did a sketch with Celebrity Jeopardy, where that's where I got my Sean Connery voice from. You're the day across me, Trebek. That type of deal, which was excellent. And obviously, from there, the next logical jump is to become a trampoline wrestler, you know? So we started backyard wrestling, doing crazy stuff that people hadn't seen before, doing flips off sheds through tables, through all this other stuff, hitting each other with ladders, landing on ladders, landing off the trampoline. A lot of stuff that would not fly today on YouTube, to be fair. Obviously, there was a great shift in what content is and isn't allowed, and it was kind of the Wild West when we first kind of hopped into YouTube. It's interesting to see the direction of how everything's gone, and that's been kind of exciting for me as a creator, because it means you can't stay stagnant and making the same content all throughout the years. If you look at what was popular 10 years ago to what's popular now, it's completely different. And the way we consumed our media was completely different. So between all the early projects and to where we've gotten to now, I've been extremely blessed to get to see that transformative process and be a part of it at some level anyways. So that kind of brings us up to making my own content solo for the first time. Really solo for the first time, I should say, with Clever Games, and then into Bullspun. There's just so much. There's so many things I could talk about, and I guess where we start now is Bullspun is a relatively new venture, right? It was started within the past year, and that's why I think this kind of matters. And the way I'm doing everything, this is why it kind of matters. At the end of the day, I've been on YouTube at some capacity for over half my life. It's not something that is bad per se. It's not, I don't look back and say, oh my god, all the wasted years, but I think we're starting to reach a point where I need a little something more out of my life, because I have so many projects that I've worked on that have never seen the light of day because they haven't been what I've wanted them to be in the end. There's been so many projects that haven't seen the light of day just because it's impossible, There's been a lot of projects that, you just kind of have to see to believe. And those projects are what kind of keep me going, Having said that, there's another side of content creation that people don't get to see, and that's the excessive hours that you have to put into not only the writing, the filming, but also the editing and handling all the logistical issues that come along with making a YouTube video and doing streams and making content. It's not just as easy as plug and play and everything just is handled for you. It's a lot of work, which I am all about doing, and I have always taken the mantle when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that's never been really an issue for me. But I'm almost 30, and now at this point, I've seen most of my friends that have become YouTubers, most of the people I grew up watching, most of my contemporaries, most of my rivals have all moved on to a new venture in their lives, and it got me thinking. It got me thinking about how much longer I can really continue to do this at the level I'm doing it at. And for me, this is a little bit tricky, so you'll have to forgive me. But I believe we are kind of winding down on content creation, just on the whole. I think I've now done streaming basically full-time alongside a job also full-time. Essentially for about 5 years now, maybe a little bit over. And on top of that, I've made hundreds of YouTube videos and also done voice acting and also done stand-up comedy and also done so many different things. And all of that's been excessively fun. And yet, I can't help but feel as though I could be getting more out of what I am doing. I could be getting more for myself and for others. The proudest moment of my life and the proudest moment that I'll ever have with my content creation is saving a life. That is, without a doubt, the greatest honor. The fact that my community was able to literally save a life is astounding. It wasn't me, it was my community being amazing people that made that possible. I don't regret any of my time spent in content creation, not one bit. I've had some of the best moments of my life, to be perfectly honest. And that's why I don't want to give it up. But I'm at a point now where I need to start reaching goals. And I need to do what I do best. And I need to put my back up against the wall. Because at the end of the day, I need to be able to be at my best. And the absolute best that I can be is when I'm cornered. So, for everyone that is watching at home, basically what that means is I've basically created a list of goals and guidelines that my YouTube channel needs to follow. I've made these rules and these guidelines and goals as a way to say, we're going to give this one hell of a run. We are going to try our absolute best to create the content that we want to create. And at the end of this experiment, we're going to see exactly what we're made of. Because, and this is hard, but if at the end of 5 years we do not have our goals reached, we will be leaving content creation as it currently is. People might ask different questions. Do you have anything? Yes, I do mean streaming as well. It won't just be YouTube. I think if you put 5 years down the road, 5 years down the road puts me at 34, 35 years old. And I'll be honest, I don't know if I can continue to make content while also trying to have my life at the frequency that I do now. And keep in mind, I've been streaming almost every day still. Just the last week has been kind of inconsistent because of this interview setup and whatnot. But for the most part, it's been tricky. Tricky for sure. Now, I know a lot of people are going to ask about the goals and how everything works. And basically, here's the thing, right? I know a lot about YouTube and how to kind of game the algorithm and whatnot, and how to kind of get your videos seen and whatnot. I just have never done it on my personal channel. So I don't think I have a choice now. I think I kind of have to just kind of, go balls to the wall and give everything I have. And here's kind of the rundown of what is going to happen. The plan is after this December, we're going to go and give this our best shot that we can give it for a year. We are going to be a content production facility. We are going to make all of the content that I can possibly think of making. We are going to do a bunch of different videos, gaming, non-gaming, sketches, live action, a variety of different things, vlogs. And then if at the end of this we are incapable of hitting the goals that we have for the end of the first year, we're just going to slowly start winding down. Now, these goals that I've set are not, like, hyper unrealistic. It's not like, we need to have 140 million subscribers by the end of the week or else I'm done. That's not going to be the case, right, man? So, they're realistic goals to be set for a year. If we can't do that, you know, my content's just not for YouTube, and that just is the way that it is, and I'm not necessarily depressed by that, because the content that's been going viral and stuff has been pretty rough, actually, for a while, and, you know, it's tough. It's one of those things where if you want to be big, sometimes you kind of have to sacrifice your own. I don't want to say morals, but you can't have it your own way, you know? Like you can't get comfortable. You're never comfortable in anything, and it's like at the end of the day, it's going to be tough. So we are going to give our absolute best shot for 1 year. If at the end of that year we don't reach our goals, as I said, we will start winding down, but we're still going to make content for about 4 more years. Reason being, I have a lot of videos that I've wanted to make that for one reason or another we have not been able to pull off. I'm going to do every project that I ever wanted to do. The next 4 years after the initial year, if we fail, I don't intend to, but if we do, those will be my self-fulfillment and the fan fulfillment, and every series that you guys want to see and everything that you want to see happen, that's what I'm going to provide. And I think that would be a good send-off for the channel and myself. It also gives everyone time to kind of say goodbye. We'll have plenty of time. It's not, again, 5 years is 5 years. A lot can change in that time anyways. So I think that putting these goals on me is going to push me to be better with what I'm doing. And it's going to make me kind of have to focus and do what I love doing most, which is create content that people can enjoy. Yeah, so as far as, you're not wrong, content has shifted towards specialist content. So like, you're a science channel, you're a Witcher channel, you're a fighting game channel, you're a this channel, you're a that channel. You're not wrong. The days of variety channels seem to be dying out. However, I still think in some ways it works, and we're going to have to, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to bottleneck myself into content again. I did that once. It was successful, yet unfulfilling, and I can't just keep putting myself through that. So, ideally speaking, we'd be in a situation where we can just put out content that we enjoy. Enjoy making, enjoy watching, and hopefully people will give it a shot. And If they do, I'm thankful. If they don't, I understand. There's so much content out there, and a lot of it's not been great, especially recently with a lot of different channels. Everyone seems to be trying new things, and it's tough. So I get it. If people don't like my style of comedy, I understand. It's not hurting my feelings, because not everyone is everyone's cup of tea, and I feel like there is definitely a lot of options to make all of this just kind of work and flow, and I'm excited for the future. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, hopefully I'll still be making content, because I do truly believe this. I do think we'll reach the goals that I've set out. I do believe that. I would not set the goals if I thought they were impossible. No, I did say, and I stand by that, I did say that I would never do anything just for money, and I don't feel that my motivations behind this 5-year plan have anything to do with money. As I said, I've put more money into the YouTube, into the streaming, than I have gotten out of it. We have made enough to pay off the PC and stuff like that, and a lot of Fortnite skins and whatnot, but I'd say for the most part, I've kind of bankrolled a lot of our projects, obviously. And aside from that, we also have quite a bit of, I would say additional fan fare and fan service that I provide, including merch that we've had designed that we have to get out and send out to our moderators and stuff, and we'll take care of that whole process and get that done shortly, hopefully. And then, again, this stuff isn't cheap, and I don't care about it, because it's what I like to do. But when I think of building the audience, I don't think about money, I don't think about dollar signs, I think about my reach and my ability to help more people, because what did originally spur on this idea was I always wanted to reach people and be able to help people that didn't have anyone. That was the whole idea of my community from day one. And I don't think anything's changed. I don't think I've changed. I still care about people, and I still wish to help throughout YouTube just via my comedy. If I can make someone laugh, make someone happy. And again, there's been so many stories along the way. Getting to meet the Ruskatuli devs, getting to talk with them. Getting to talk to the creator of what is that game? I know the dev's name, Lunarexa. I want to say like the Mad Hatter, but that's not it. Squareface Mackenzie. This game, Illusion, I think it's called. Yeah, there's been I've met people with crazy stories, and I've met people that have been through so much, and the whole dynamic throughout our stream has changed, and we went from being a completely different channel at one point to growing into what I can only describe as an absolute circus. A circus of complete random big energy, and you just never know what you're going to see. You never know what's going to happen. It reminds me of like back in the WWE, the Attitude Era. You had like this feeling that anything can happen on any given night, and that's for a stretch what we had going on. And we've had a bunch of gaming groups, and we've had so many things, so many cool moments. And I wouldn't trade any of that for the world. But I do feel it's important, at least for me, to be able to expand my reach. And if I'm incapable of doing that, then I need to move on and find a way to better utilize my time. Then that's just me being honest and realistic, and there's not much of a way around it, unfortunately. Yes, so at the end of the 5 years, should that come to pass where we fail, you're absolutely correct. We will indeed be stopping both streaming from Bullspun and also the Bullspun channel. That's not to say I'd never hop back on, but we would stop the regular streams and whatnot. I'd probably do special events. The Discord will always stay active. Open, I should say. I'll always have an open line of communication to all of the old fans. Any of the moderators, they know if they ever need to get a hold of me, that will never be an issue. And frankly, at the end of the day, like, it's just something I've got to do for me. I'm getting older, and seeing everyone go through, like, the YouTube burnout, which I've had as well, and the content burnout, and seeing my friends retire, and, like, that's been tough on me. It's always bittersweet because I'm happy for them, but sad for me, and sadder for me, and then I keep getting sadder and sadder. I'm like, man, I kind of wish I had what they had, but maybe I just kind of wish I didn't have the content creation side, which also isn't true. It's complicated, and you get locked in your feels. It's kind of my final thing that I was looking at. Personally, I do believe that this has been the greatest honor and privilege and joy of my life to make this content. I don't really want to stop yet, but I do feel as though it's just, if I can't succeed at this, it's about time to start, creating a strategy that, allows all of us to be happy, and provides content, and, at the end of the day, I've put my time into this, and I've given it a fair shake, and I've never backed down from a challenge. And I think to put these goals ahead of me and to give me something to aim for is going to push me to make better content again. And, it's tough. It's tough because I want to stay true to myself, but I also know I need to adapt and change, and I also know that it's not going to be an easy road, and I know there's going to be a lot of days that I'm pulling my hair out, and I'm just excited for the challenge and to see what the future holds, to be honest. Now, as far as to everyone that is part of the community, I love you all, and that will never change. Like I said, you guys will always have an open line of communication to me. I'll always have the Discord open, ever really fully disappearing from online. My goodness. What a ride it's been so far. What a ride it's going to be. And I'm thankful for everyone that's been a part of it so far. I'm thankful for everyone to come and for all the moments to come. If we're able to pull this off and to be able to make content for an extended period of time, yeah, to everyone that's been a part of this process, just thank you. Honestly, be it Passos, be it Gump, be it Abrupt, be it anyone in the crew, Cards, Saucy, Snow, Chunk. I mean, there's a lot of names, but it's Lady L. I mean, there's been so many people, Goki, that have been a part of this channel throughout the years and created genuinely memorable moments on stream. And you can't really put a price on that, and you can't really say that, like, this content is not special. In those moments, our best moments, it's up there with any content creator that's ever done it. Like, just pure unbridled rage leading into pure comedy gold and genius. You can't script it, you can't create a lot of the moments we had, and yet here we were creating those moments just purely out of happenstance. And yeah, it's been absolute delight on my end to be a part of it. And I just want to thank all you guys, everyone that's watched. Thank you guys, everyone that's been a part of all the strange journeys we went through. We've played a lot of different games on stream. We've done a lot of different videos on YouTube. Man, just thinking about it is absolutely crazy, but I'm excited for what the future holds, and hopefully we can all ride off together in the sunset. But I do think it's about time that we start taking this more seriously, and if we can't do it, if we honestly just don't have the capability, then so be it. We're going to finish strong no matter what. We're going to have an amazing run. I hope it's not over in 5 years, but if it is, it's been the ultimate honor of my life to be a part of this. So I want to thank everyone in the community, and yeah, just thank you guys. And thank you for showing up here to help me kind of stay focused on the questions and whatnot. Because obviously this is tough for me. It's been weighing on my mind for a bit, and I knew something had to change for a bit. So, yeah, I just hope people understand that this isn't coming from a selfish place. It's coming from, I want to be fair to myself and to you guys, and I don't want to feel trapped in my content without having any real eyes on where I want to go. And that's how I felt for a while now, and I think it's time to change that up. If I became a big YouTuber, honestly, I think I'd probably hire an editor and probably hire like 2 people to be on camera with me. That would probably be the only real changes. We'd have more. I'd have like an editor / cameraman, and then we would kind of, make our content that way. That would be the only change. It wouldn't be anything drastic. But yeah, guys, on a serious note, by all means, please hit that subscribe button. Check out the future content. I'm excited for the future videos we're going to have in store. Probably going to start recording fairly soon. I've got a few ideas sketched out in my notepad. So, yeah. If you're new, welcome. I love you all. Enjoy your day. I shall return. I know we haven't given Bullspun a fair shake just yet. We've been kind of working on a lot of different things behind the scenes. But don't worry, guys. 100 years, Bullspun, 100 years, Rick and Morty, 100 years, 100 seasons. Oh, God. No, I mean, but seriously, subscribe. If you don't, why won't you subscribe? Huh? Do I have to beg? Huh? Do I have to fucking beg? Why aren't... Just click the button. How hard it means nothing to you. All you have to do, if you just hit that subscribe, it doesn't impact you in any way. If I don't post a video, you won't see shit. It'll just be on there. And then when I post a video, you can watch it. How hard? This isn't rocket science, guys. Yeah. But seriously, though, just subscribe. Hit like on this video, too. Alright. I love you guys. We've got work to do. We've got work to do in the next year. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.